What is up? It's Bear. Today we're going to go over a really quick beginner's guide for Illaoi. Really great champion if you're trying to climb in the lower elo, from bronze to silver, silver to gold, etc. In the higher elos you might have a little bit tougher time. Her attack speed's pretty slow, but still durable, still pretty hard to kill, especially after that durability patch. But today we're going to go over just some quick things for you. First things first, I like to start Q. Some people start E. Both are valid. I like the Q start. I like to poke a little bit, just a little bit of wave clear, because it is an AoE damaging up ability. Now as far as our first item, I mainly go with Doran's Shield, Blade. Shield in 90% of my matchups, if I'm going against a Mordekaiser, which is a really hard matchup for her, I will take Doran's Shield. Anything ranged, pretty much anyone with a lot of CC, I'm going to take Doran's Shield. Give me a little bit of sustain. Helps me stay in lane until I get that 700 gold power spike, which is Sheen. So I'll go Doran's Shield most of the time, Doran's Blade sometimes. I go Blade mainly into matchups where I know I'm going to snowball, so like a Gangplank matchup. Sometimes Ornn, depends on how I'm feeling, depends on the day. But I'll take Doran's Blade into matchups like that. But most of the time I take Doran's Shield because I want to stay in lane. I want to, usually I will split. Sometimes I'll rush a Hullbreaker. If I'm having a real tough time, I'll go ahead and grab Sheen for the on hit and then rush the rest of Hullbreaker. But for this example, we're just going to go ahead and grab Hullbreaker, Steel Caps, Sunderer, and if you're wondering, I usually go Stairs Cage, then Death Stance. But let's get to lane, show you tentacle positions. This is the first tentacle that I'm going to put down. So when you're coming into lane, level 1, getting set up, getting ready, I'm going to place my tentacle right here. And you can usually get another 1, maybe 2 tentacles down. I'll put my second tentacle here, sometimes up a little bit. And then depending on jungler presence, if I do a Q with the jungler and we're in comms, I'll place my third tentacle right here. But most of the time, I will place it here, so I'm going to play top side until I hit level 6, and then I'll rotate down into the river, and I'll show you some of that here in a little bit. I'll place a tentacle here, go W second, sometimes I go E second, I go W second now, and I'll place another tentacle there when it's ready, so that when the enemy laner, actually I'll usually place it right like here, because the enemy laner will stay under tower trying to farm. When I have my E, I can grab them right there, beat them up with the tentacle. Some basic strats. But let's get to talking about Illaoi's abilities and her combos. Her passive is Prophet of an Elder God, so what this does is it puts down a tentacle every so often. The cooldown on the tentacles lowers as Illaoi scales with level, and this really plays with every ability but your Q. And your Q, that's really where the bread is. The lowest cooldown, I believe, naturally, well besides W, but it's your poke. It's your wave clear. It's pretty multi-purpose. So start level 1, farming minions. Darius or Jax comes a little too close to the minion wave, give him a poke, tell him, hey man, not cool. Don't be hitting my minions like that. So after that, sometimes I go W, usually I'll go E second. E's really your watch out what you're doing, you know, like you tell the enemy like, look, you can't be getting that close, not about it, COVID, whatnot, back off. So your E has a lot of things going for it. First thing is it pulls the spirit of a champion. for 7 seconds, and then transfers a portion of the damage you do to that spirit to the enemy champion. So it acts kind of ranged because they can go wherever they want to within a certain circumference of that spirit, and they're still going to be taking 40% damage from that spirit that you've done to it. Now, if the spirit dies or if the target leaves its range, the target becomes marked for 10 seconds. It's slowed by 80% for a second and a half. And marked enemies spawn tentacles every 4 seconds. So 2 tentacles are going to spawn. And they're going to slam. And on top of that, it's going to cause your tentacles that are already placed to slam. So we got him. Got the spirit. You see that's the circumference they have to pass to break. And then all my tentacles are going to automatically spawn. And that takes us to our W, Harsh Lessons. So Harsh Lessons causes your nearby tentacles to slam the target. You also do an additional 11% max health physical damage. So demonstrate that, do 11% max damage on top of our regular physical damage, and our tentacles are going to slam for 302 damage each. And it restores a portion of Illaoi's missing health to her. So then we come to the moneymaker. Our Leap of Faith is a really unique ultimate. In terms of initial damage, is very low, but it's because it only does 200 physical damage. Well, that's not that's not very impressive. But the important thing is it spawns a tentacle for each enemy champion that has been hit. This is invaluable. These extra tentacles, they slam faster than your normal tentacles, and it puts your W on a 2-second cooldown. As you can see, level 7 we're at a 3.3-second cooldown, so that's amazing. And it interacts with E in terms of it will spawn a tentacle for the spirit and the enemy champion if they're both inside the radius. So to demonstrate that, we're going to grab him. We're going to alt. We have 4 extra tentacles. Now we have 4 tentacles. Well, we have 5 tentacles now. Doing a lot of damage. So that alt did over 6,000 damage to each target. That's going to shred most of your enemies, unless there's a fed Cho'Gath on the enemy team who has over 6,000 hit points. That's going to shred everybody. Now most people aren't going to stand there and stand in the tentacles, but if you're fighting over Baron here or Dragon, they're bunched up, you can get a couple of W's off. Flash in, E, Alt, a W or 2. Anyone that's still standing, your ADC is going to clean up, your mid laner is going to clean up, and that's going to be your objective. Another thing I like to do with Illaoi's E is use it as a deterrent, especially when we're laning up here, is, wait for the scuttle, is I will grab the spirit, and the enemy champion 90% of the time is going to try to run past this line right here. So I can use it as a deterrent. I can pull them with no intentions on going all in. Do a little bit of damage, maybe set up some damage for a jungler gank, something like that. Or if he's getting a little too nosy up here and on my side of the lane, I'll pop E, and most champions are going to run away. I'm going to run after them, do some damage, and sometimes my tentacles are going to take that spirit on their own. This guy's going to slow by 80%, and I can jump on them and finish the job. The runes I go with are Demolish and Bone Plating, and I'll take Conquer, Presence of Mind, and Tenacity with Last Stand. So this is going to make you a monster. Now Illaoi is an early game monster. She's a lane bully. I consider her a lane bully around level 3, from level 3 to about level 7 or 8. Supposing that you and the enemy champion are even. I would say she's a lane bully. Then Illaoi can play from behind sometimes. That's going to depend on your skill as a player. So we got Hullbreaker, got Demolish. We'll go with. Oh, and you can W with Illaoi on the tower. But there's a little bit extra damage, but it puts your W on cooldown, so gotta make a smart decision as far as that goes. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to Illaoi. I have some clips from a game I recorded not too long ago. I'll show you how to snowball a lane, what to do with the lead, and how to work with your jungler to extend that dominance over top lane elsewhere on the map. Because Illaoi is a great champion, and when you're snowballing, extend that dominance over the map. Now, especially when you have Hullbreaker, keep side pushing, keep side laning, but when you have that lead, take that lead and run with it, extend that domination, and snowball your next ring game. So thanks guys, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw today, give me a like, give me a subscribe, let me know down in the comments if you want to see any other champion played or any other games played, or what would you like to see. Let me know. Other than that, I'll see you guys later.